There is no single workout program that's going to make you jacked, make you lean, make you build enormous amounts of muscle, or do any specific goal. You know why? Because any single workout program you do can actually give you results for all that. The same workout program, the same push-pull legs program you've been doing for the last 10 years can be used to lose fat. It can be used to build muscle. It can be used to do whatever the hell you want to do, right? There's no specific magical program that's going to help you reach this goal you're talking about. So I know you probably clicked on this video expecting me to give you this magical sauce. And I really do apologize for doing this, but I want to give you the facts. Because there's a lot of BS out there that'll tell you all different types of things. Do this program for this magic 10-week shred program. But what it really comes down to is, can you actually stick to one thing for long enough, right? Because if you have this program that you're doing, right, and you've been doing it for, say, 4 weeks, right? And then you do this for a while and you get bored of it. You switch to this next thing, you do that for 2 weeks, and then you want to go back and you switch to this thing for 6 weeks. And there's different exercises in each program. How the hell are you going to know if you're getting stronger, right? Or if you're building muscle? Maybe you can look in the mirror and see if you're building muscle. But you won't know if you're getting stronger if you want to do a different exercise every other week. You need to track your strength, how it progresses from week to week. Right? And it's really hard to get an understanding of what's working. Are you actually building muscle? Are you getting stronger? If every time you go into the gym, you're doing something different, right? Now, quick background on me. If you don't know who I am, my name's Elijah Bryant. I'm an exercise scientist. It's what I went to school for. I'm a certified strength and conditioning coach. But I've coached dozens and dozens and dozens of personal training clients. I've helped them reach the world-class physiques they want and get their confidence back, get lean, get strong, all of the above, right? But I built my physique long before I studied exercise science and got my classification, right? You don't need to know all the exercise science BS to get jacked. If you want to know about the science, how to get jacked using science, there's two scientific principles I think you need to understand. And the first piece is macros. You need to understand, if whether you're trying to build muscle or lose weight, you need to understand what protein, carbs, and fats do, right? Once you understand what protein, carbs, and fats do, you know that protein builds muscle, you know that carbs is the best energy source for your body. It's the main energy source, not only for your body, but also for your brain. You need carbs to perform at a higher level. And then you also have things like fats. Fats are not bad for you. You need to understand this stuff, right? So I'm not going to this video isn't about the science behind macros, so I'm not going to get into the depths of it, but your body actually needs fats too, in moderation, of course. And you can actually manipulate these things depending on, what you're trying to do, whether you need more energy for some type of competition you have coming up. Maybe you could eat more carbs, or if you're just trying to lose weight, maybe you lower the carbs and increase the fats. There's different ways you can manipulate these things. So when it comes to the science, the only thing you need to know when it comes to being a science-based lifter is macros, right? That's number one. That's what I said that's the only thing. So one of the two things. You need to understand macros, and I'm going to throw calories in there as well. You need to understand calories, right? You need to understand how to track your calories and understand when you're in a calorie surplus versus a caloric deficit. Once again, I'm not about to give you the whole science-based breakdown. If that's what you want, comment it down below and I'll make a video, get into the science of it. I'll get all nerdy with you if that's what you want. But here in this video, I just want to give you the real raw facts. It's going to help you level up right now, today, right? So first piece, macros and calories. You've got to understand what it takes to actually build muscle and lose weight. The second piece is training, right? You need to understand how different types of training styles are going to actually either help you build muscle or build strength. Now, I'm about to make a lot of people mad here, and the reason this is going to make you mad is because you've probably paid some money for some programs that said, this is the program you need to build muscle, and this is the program you need to triple to 3x your next bench max. And unfortunately, you can get stronger doing 8 reps. 8 reps of 315 on bench, and you can also build muscle with 8 reps of 315. Either one of those will both make you stronger and build muscle. However, the reason why I say you need to understand it, because if your primary goal is to build muscle, you would benefit more from doing more reps at a little bit lower weight. Why is that? Because Every time you get a deep stretch and you stretch out that muscle, you get these little micro tears. You get these little micro tears in your muscle. And when these micro tears heal with proper macronutrients, you build muscle. If you want to get stronger, you will benefit more from doing less reps and a higher weight, right? More resistance. That's enough about the training program. Bottom line, you need to understand macros. You need to understand, just basic training physiology, right? You need to understand what it takes. But it does not matter what program you're doing. It does not matter what your nutrition plan is. You can have the right macros. You can spend a whole week or 2 weeks or a month dialing in macros, getting all super science based on me. And I'm not hating on the science based community, because at my core, that's what I do. I love the science based stuff because I get to nerd out on it. But I want to give you the facts. So you could spend a whole month learning about the science-based rituals and all the stuff that's going to take for you to build muscle, gain for the perfect training programs, to understand the physiological element of this and how to do this, blah, 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 blah. But if you can't actually stick to it, it does not matter. You can spend all the time you want making the right program and having the right meal plan. But if you don't stick to it, if you don't actually do that workout program consistently for 12 weeks, 6 months, a year, 2 years, if you can't stick to it, it will not matter. And after coaching dozens and dozens and dozens of clients, helping them reach their goals, I've had clients who've been successful, and I've had clients that have failed, to be honest with you. And it hurts me too, because they're paying me good money to work with me and help them reach a desired result. But the clients that actually make progress, the clients who hit their goals, are the ones who have a why, the ones that are showing up for a reason, the ones that have done the internal work. They realize what triggers them, right? So it's not so much about the program and the nutrition, the meal plan, the work, the training stuff. It's none of that. It's like, okay, what causes me to fumble on my nutrition? What causes me to want to binge eat? How do I avoid these triggers so I don't binge eat? Okay, what causes me to lose motivation? Is there a bad habit that I'm doing that is spiking my dopamine and making it very hard for me to do the difficult things like training and eating clean food? Like, is it because you try to eat pizza 3 times a week and then the day after eating pizza, your chicken and rice tastes awful because you've gotten used to this super palatable food, very salty and very sweet food, and that's what your brain craves again, right? So we need to find out what things are making it hard for you to stick to your program, because your compliance to your program is actually going to determine how your results pan out, right? So when you think about your workout program, it's not so much about, hey, how many reps should I do? How many sets should I do? What different exercises should I do? Is this machine good? Is this machine bad? It's more so, what exercises can I do at what time of the day and at what volume could I do consistently for the next 12 weeks? Do that. If that's only 2 days a week or 3 days a week and your workouts are 45 minutes, that's perfectly fine. Or if your workouts are 30 minutes, that is perfectly fine. If you can stick to that long term for 3 months, 6 months, do that. But if you're trying to do this program that is it's a 5 day a week or 6 days a week, and I mean, this is the optimal program to build muscle. If you want to build muscle, you need to train 6 days a week. But if you could only do that for a week or 2 weeks or a month, and then you burn out, and then you take 2 weeks off, you wasted that entire month, right? Because you need to consistently do this over and over again. So you need to dissect not just the workout program, the meal plan, but you need to figure out your lifestyle, right? What can I maintain long term? What foods can I eat long term? And how do I avoid binging on the stuff? How do I avoid the triggers that make it easy for me to sit on the couch? Does having my TV in my bedroom make it easier for me to just stay up too late and affect my sleep? And now my sleep's affected, so now it makes it harder for me to get up at 5 a.m. What things in my environment can I take away to make it easier for me to do the training? What chips and crap can I remove from my pantry to make it easier for me to stick to my nutrition program? That's what it's about. It doesn't matter if you have a program that has clean stuff. You're like, you only eat chicken, rice, broccoli, and you have this vitamin and you have something else. It does not matter, because if that's your program, but your pantry is full of crap you shouldn't have, and you open your refrigerator and you have juices and sodas, what is your program going to do, bro? You're going to always fall to the level of your environment, or elevate to it if you design your environment in a specific way. I just was talking to a buddy of mine. He was talking about, I just need the right program. I just need the right meal plan. And I was like, bro, that doesn't matter. I can give you a meal plan if that's what you want. I can give you the training program. You can do the exact same thing I do, but you won't get the same results. Why? Because your environment is not set up right. You haven't done the internal work to figure out what triggers you. So you haven't got your habits under control, and you have no real reason to actually getting in shape, right? You just lollygag. You wake up and you go to the gym and you're just like, oh, I've got to go to the gym. It's like, no, bro, you're fat. And you're not happy with yourself. You're not confident. And when you take off your shirt, your girlfriend looks at you with disgust, right? You hate doing certain things because of how your body looks. You know, if you have a kid, you bring him or her into this earth, and they don't look at you with respect and admiration, how will that make you feel? You feel like if you brought these kids into this planet, into this world, and they're looking at you and they think you're some type of king and queen, but then they look at the other parents who actually take care of themselves. You're like, why does my dad not look like him? Why does my dad not look strong? Why is my mom not able to play with me in the park? Why is she having to sit down all day when Susie's mom is playing with her kid? Why does she get to play with her mom and my mom is sitting down? Like, you have to really think about these things. You have to let it hit your heart, because the longer you just keep downplaying it and making it seem like it's not that important, the longer it's going to take you to actually activate and really make this change. And once you activate and you're really ready to make that change, it's not going to matter what meal plan you're on or what training program you're doing. Once you're activated, you have a deep why for doing what you're doing, and you set up your environment, you set up the systems, and you designed your lifestyle to be a winner, you'll have no problem losing the weight, building the muscle, building the man or the woman that you know you're supposed to be. But look, that's all I got. I appreciate you watching. My name is Elijah Bryant. If you want more science-based stuff, I danced around it a little bit. But if you like that type of stuff, I'm happy to go into it. I just want to give you the real, raw truth today in this video. But if you want that stuff, drop a comment below. I can dig into any topic you want to, whether it's supplements, whether it's building muscle, losing weight, even stuff on the mindset, discipline, habits, psychology. All that stuff, I've seen it all, I've done it all, I've had to design my life a certain way to build what I have built with my body. So just let me know what you want to see. Elijah Bryant, I love you. I appreciate you. Hit that like and subscribe button. We out.